What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Mary Magdalene. Let's rock this. Mary Magdalene is a somber, cinematic, and exquisitely shot retelling of one of the most misunderstood biblical characters, featuring solid performances by its cast, especially the lead, Rooney Mara. This is a movie that wears its intentions on its sleeves, but the movie itself is not necessarily groundbreaking either. Rooney Mara plays the free-spirited Mary Magdalene in the 1st century AD. She flees the marriage her family has arranged for her to find refuge in a radical new movement led by this mysterious preacher named Jesus, played by Joaquin Phoenix. Being the only woman among his disciples, Mary often receives pushback from the other members, but she defies prejudices of a patriarchal society as she undergoes spiritual awakening and finds herself at the center of an earth-shaking historical moment. Let me just start by saying how much I admire the music in this film by the late great composer Jóhann Jóhannsson and his collaborator Hildur. As a matter of fact, this is Johann's final work before his untimely death last year. I am a huge fan of his scores for The Theory of Everything and Sicario and Arrival. And with this latest one, Mary Magdalene, Johann outdid himself. Whether it be the violin strings that convey Jesus' solitude and sadness, or the massive constant beat of the drum signaling Jesus' anger toward the money exchangers at the temple, Johann's emotional music brilliantly encapsulates these characters' journey. Mary Magdalene movie may not end up as a Best Picture contender, but Johann's fans all over the world can find comfort in knowing that his final work right here is just as equally astonishing as the previous ones that he did when he was alive. Director Garth Davis, who gave us 2016's Lion, is back. And just like that movie, which showed you how easily you can get swallowed up in the vast and crowded India, Mary Magdalene movie also puts heavy emphasis on the horizons, wide frame shots of those barren lands. Occasionally, the camera would pull back and just show two people walking at a distance from each other. And you can just sense how tiny the Judeans are in an environment that can seemingly envelop them at any given moment. The direction by Garth Davis is calm, steady, and assured. When it comes to the lead character, prior to this, the last Mary Magdalene that I remember seeing on the big screen was Monica Bellucci in 2004's The Passion of the Christ movie. Now, Rooney gives a significantly different portrait, and much of it is thanks to the script by Grant Neoporte that depicts Mary as someone or a woman who is fed up at being considered less than in her own family. Keep in mind that this is an era of ignorance and fundamentalism, when if a woman behaves unconventionally, the men would say, oh, there's something wrong with them, or there's a demon in them. And Mary, just like any woman in her time, is expected to follow everybody's regular plan. You know, get married, give birth, submit to your husband, you know the drill. So part of the reason why Mary runs off and follows Jesus in this movie is to rebel against her own community. And that is this movie's angle on the origin of this somewhat iconic character. Was Mary a prostitute, or was she simply a faithful disciple? We'll probably never know for sure. But the Mary we see in this movie is a bold, rapturous one who doesn't shy away from speaking her mind. And Rooney Mara's performance is subtle yet determined. Rooney goes through Mary's process of curiosity, reverence, virtue, and vindication with such care and precision. Rooney's co-star and frequent collaborator Joaquin Phoenix plays Jesus, but Jesus here is more of a supporting role. And Joaquin doesn't play it forcefully. Instead, for the most part, he looks like he is in this trance mode, sad and gloomy. He's like a walking heartbreak. Which leads me to my last point, the story. Unfortunately, Mary Magdalene movie does not rock the boat. It may not go for the unnecessarily bloody gruesome a la The Passion of the Christ, but it doesn't offer challenging, provocative ideas either, like The Last Temptation of Christ, for example. One can even argue that Garth Davis' Mary Magdalene movie is simply a reenactment with a touch of feminist themes, because Mary seems to be the only one out of the disciples who truly understands what Jesus is all about. If you are Christians and you are hoping for biblical accuracy, you won't get that either, because with the exception of a few scenes, this movie's agenda is mostly to show you how progressive Jesus is at accepting women in a society where everything is anything but progressive. So while the intentions are very clear and the filmmaking aspect is fantastic, I can't shake the fact that the characters often move and look and feel as if they're in a dreamlike state, which can disengage you from time to time. And because this Mary Magdalene movie also does not rock the boat, it will only be remembered as a film that simply comes and goes. So that's it. That's my review of Mary Magdalene. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe to my channel and press that like button and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Hey, if you like this review and you want me to make more, please contribute monthly to help support this channel at Rama Screen Patreon page. Become my patrons today at patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this.